Hi everybody, this is Christy Hoffman, and today I'm going to talk about my charting system that I keep track of my exercise. And I think this is one of the best ways that I have used to actually show what I do every single day, and I do it in this way on paper with pencil for a specific kinesthetic effect. So I went back and found my old charts, and I think I started doing this in 2017. That's the chart that I could find. So on 3 pages is 1 year. Every chart is 119 days, and I made this with a simple spreadsheet. So I'll make this available in spreadsheet form for people to print out themselves. And all that I do every day is this started with me doing my elliptical. And when I started my exercise program, that's all I did was elliptical. And I wrote down that I did my elliptical, I did my neck exercises, I took my vitamin B and D, and this was back before I hurt my arm and I was actually doing a hanging exercise and how many seconds I did. I forgot I was doing that. So this has been very helpful to actually show every single day. And this is, I'm in bed right now. So this is above where I go to sleep, and I have to complete the exercise before I am allowed to write it here. And I just literally use a pencil and write it on the chart so that I know that I've done that. When I've done the 3 things that I am now charting, I put a check mark. And then on the left-hand side, I can actually put a how many days. So if it was 7 out of 7 or 6 out of 7 or whatever I did for that week, I keep track. This has been very effective for me. My goal overall is 6 out of 7. If I add up the years that I've kept track of, I have maintained that goal. On any given week, I may have 7 out of 7, I may have 5 out of 7. Every once in a while, I have a really horrible 4 out of 7 week, and that I have to do 7 out of 7s to make up for that. The best thing I can say is I do my best to not miss more than one day in a row. So if I miss Tuesday, I have to make sure that I do Wednesday. That's how I have kept up not missing too many days. I also have a challenge that I have not figured out, which is if I do 6 out of 7, Sunday through Friday, sometimes then on Saturday I'm like, I don't really put a whole lot of effort into it if I feel like I want a day off. However, if Nathan McKinnon can take a maintenance day every once in a while, then I feel I should have the ability to do that as well. I do the best not to do that. And so if I go back and look, I'll have to see if that is true, that I actually took more Saturdays off because I had perfect 6 out of 7 for the week leading up to that. It actually happened a couple of weeks ago. I had a terrible reaction to a supplement that I tried, and so I was sick, and I knew I was only going to get 4 out of 7. And so since the whole week was blown already, I just didn't even care on Saturday, and I still felt sick. So there are exceptions to how strict you want to be with yourself. I don't care about having 100% perfect every single day filled in. I know there are some people who have done that for a year. They have 100%, 365 days of perfection. And I just don't think that it's useful for me to push myself that hard. I probably could, and I don't know if the amount of stress that I would create for myself would be higher than what it would be worth. And so for me, 6 out of 7 is great. And when you think about it, there's a lot of people who have a goal of, I'm going to exercise more, and they want to exercise 3 days a week. So I'm doing double that already. So I don't know why I have this stigma for myself that 6 out of 7 isn't good enough. If you are just starting out, you could start out with every other day as a goal. I personally feel that when I started with the elliptical 5 minutes a day. And it was more important to me to do 5 minutes or 10 minutes every single day rather than 20 minutes 3 times a week. The action of doing this every single day, I felt was more motivating than fewer days per week for longer. that's just my take on it. I honestly believe that that's true for anything, not just exercise. And I do get a feeling of joy when I get to fill in my chart every single day and I make that silly little check mark. Keeping track on paper with actually writing it down, and I can actually scan these and share, my history with how well I've done over the past couple of years. But there's something tangible about keeping track this way. Whereas prior to this, I actually used a spreadsheet for a while. And I know that there's tons of apps out there that keep track of things. And there is just something about a piece of paper. It's 3 pieces of paper a year. It's 119 days for each chart. So 3 will cover an entire year. I think there is value in physically connecting with, especially because this is for exercise. So you're physically moving your body, and now you're physically writing down that you have done this for your body. So I will make this available, my spreadsheet. And if you have any comments or suggestions or hints on how to use this, please comment below. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.